How's it going, folks? So today I'm going to be checking out the band Ravencrown, and the name of the song is "It Won't Fade." This band, they released what I believe was their first album earlier this year, like in January, like at the beginning of the year. And this is their first single of a new upcoming album, their second album. I'm not quite sure of like a release date for that or whatnot, but it's in the works. This is the first single. Really curious to check this out and see what they've been working on since their first album. Not a lot of time has passed, but that's cool. I mean, they got material and stuff, and they're releasing music. So, anywho, let's check this out, shall we? Rangers, go. Man, really cool stuff. I really enjoyed that song. It's funny, like with the title, "It Won't Fade," and even hearing him say that in the song, I couldn't help but think of Sonata Arctica. The song "It Won't Fade." Good stuff. So, like, I kind of had that song going like in the very, very back of my mind at the same time. But yeah, anywho, yeah, really cool song. I mean, the mood of this song is just awesome. Just the vibe of it. Like, I really got enveloped in the sound, and again, just the vibe. The song, they remind me a little bit of the band Carmeria, where really a blend of kind of melodic metal and symphonic metal with a touch of like power metal here and there. But all done with a very kind of gothic flair, like a darker kind of like gothic style. It's definitely that's definitely like the rapping, like on this on the gift, of the song, if you will. Or that's like the lens. It's just very, very gothic style sound, and I love that kind of thing. I really do. I'm just drawn to that kind of sound and style, and so I love when it's worked in really well. So yeah, I just really, really enjoyed the overall sound of this song. I love the beginning. That keyboard tune and the tone of the keyboard is really cool. It almost sounded like not like a xylophone per se, but like one of those kind of like instruments where you have the little mallet sort of, and you're like knocking on like whether it's not heaven's door, but you're knocking on like like glass jars or some, or like even like wood, like bamboo, something like that. I don't know, but anywho, it just sounded really, really cool. I love that melody and that vibe. And then the bass kind of comes in, which was really cool. It's like really like heavy, brings this kind of heavier sound into it. Really kind of starts that momentum going. And then the guitars really chime in, and then that keyboard melody is still going, and it all kind of like comes together there musically. So that gradual build up where all the instruments kind of started coming in over time until they're all there, and it just sounded really, really cool. And then it kind of it's like it was interesting because the momentum like kind of keeps going, even though some of that heaviness of the sound and the music is stripped away a little bit, and the keyboard's still going, and then you get the verses. And I really enjoyed the verses. Again, it all keeps this nice kind of rhythm, and all keeps within the overall just feel and mood of the song. And I really like the vocals too. It suits this style, suits this sound really well. I just thought he had a really, really nice voice, and just did a good job all the way through. And the approach, even the delivery, kind of matched a sort of that gothic kind of style of what was the word I'm looking for? It just, it's like there's like emotion there, but it's not like in your face or anything. It's very, yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking of like the exact word that I'm looking for, but it just suits that gothic style and the almost like melancholy kind of approach. Anywho, I really like his voice. I thought he has a really good voice, does a really good job. The verses were solid, and then I love that build up, like that pre-chorus. It's one heck of a build up. Sometimes a pre-chorus typically will serve as like a build up to an extent into the chorus, but mainly it's kind of like bridging the gap between the verses and the chorus to kind of get that transition from the verses into the chorus. So the pre-chorus is always quite important to connect the two things. And here it's quite the buildup. It just gradually keeps like rising, and it sets the anticipation for the chorus. I was like, man, this is a really cool pre-chorus, a really cool like buildup. It builds excitement even, and then the chorus comes in and it just delivers. To me, I really like the melody, the music, and again just the rhythm of it and the overall sound. I really, really like that chorus. Every time I heard it, it's just, yeah, I mean, it doesn't disappoint, given that you kind of have this quite build up that sets the anticipation. I was like, all right, is the chorus going to fall flat? But no, it capitalizes on that build up. It has a really lovely melody, and the music was great. So yeah, I really like the chorus, all the melodies, the vocal melodies in general. I really enjoyed. The bridge was really cool. You get a nice just musical interlude. You get a nice kind of solo in there and all that good stuff. And then throughout the song too, like in addition to like the keyboard, which I love the keyboard, I just love the keyboard melodies throughout this whole song. And again, just the tones used were really kind of cool and unique. So yeah, I love that. And then throughout, there's some like symphonic elements in there as well. Like there's some strings that chime in and just add an extra nice little flair to the song and builds it out to make it feel, a bit grander, in scope. But nothing like too crazy. It's still, it stays relatively contained, which is cool. I think that works really well for this song. So you get some symphonic elements in there and all that, and you get the final chorus and stuff. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this song. I think it's a very well constructed song. Musically, all really well done, and vocally, really, really well done. The only thing with this song I would say is like the production, a little bit, because I know sometimes for like a gothic kind of style song or whatnot, the guitars and stuff that they can be very like resonant. I guess really they don't just sound like a nice kind of just clean riffs. Like you have that extra fuzz to the guitar. It lends itself to like a gothic style or like doom and stuff like that. It just lends itself to that kind of sound. And black metal does it and stuff a lot too. Just having that extra fuzziness is just part of the sound. It definitely gives a different sort of mood than just having kind of like cleanly, just riffs that don't have all that extra fuzz and resonance to it. So yeah, I mean, I get that for sure, but it just felt like, in the production, it was just a little bit too like noisy. Like there's a little bit too much of like noise in there, that it muddied some spots a little bit. Like certain things just seem to kind of all meld together into kind of just one sort of noise instead of like more individually. But again, it's close. It's not like, it doesn't like really detract too much from the song or anything like that. The production's pretty much there. It's just, or maybe it's in the mix or something. There's just a hint of something there that just leaves just maybe a little bit too much extra noise in there. But yeah, I mean, that's really like the only thing, because other than that, like I really enjoyed this song. So I'm looking super forward to their new album, and that's what I got to say about that. I certainly enjoyed this quite a bit. So let me know, folks, in the comments down below, what you think of this song here. Let's talk about it, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger, out.